And now, your reigning, defending, greatest wrestling podcast of all time. This is Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Featuring A-Dub.
On site, and it's on site.
B.A.
How can the heel heal off on the heel when the heel is healing?
And E-Ray.
No wrestling moves. Just hands. Just hands.
Powered by the Embrace the Turn Up Network. In partnership with the Inaudible Ruckus Podcast.
Welcome to the madness here. You ready? You ready? You ready for me? You ain't ready for me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the oldest of ages, guess what? We're back. It's another episode of Let Me Book the Territory. It is I, E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of Evo, Oba Slimmy, at your service. And, I'm joined by some really good guys, and we're going to talk about some really good graps. So, with no further ado, let us start here with the gentleman that said, you know what? I will give you hands soon as I wipe my ass and I get out this toilet. I'm talking about the man that endorses CVS like it's his life vest. I am talking about the main man, the Pod Tribal Chief.
It's the Dub Show.
Kerplunk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy A-Dub, Dubsuke Nakamura, Dubson Waller for this episode. Super Agent Dub Strassmore in the motherfucking building, ready to talk our favorite event in Graps.
Thank you for that, Dub. One of our favorite events. I would say it's one of them. It ain't the one, but it's the upcoming one. It is the one that gets us on that road. Gotta hit the
On
Kansas.
the road again.
Carry on my wayward son. Boom, boom. And
well, there's no peace.
boom, boom. Yeah,
peace.
No peace. Just
Shout out to Rey
backbreakers
Mysterio.
and
No
suplexes
peace.
all over the place.
Tiger Drivers.
And you just heard it. Tiger Drivers 91 through 98. We got our Chiefs Graps correspondent. Producer Sean is in the building. He has never seen a WWE show that he's liked more than AEW, and he's gonna let you know about it, brother. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. It's a nice Friday whenever everybody be hearing this, so I'm here to enlighten the masses on the Graps, and like you said, Chief Territory AEW correspondent, Graps correspondent. So what's going on, man? But not too much Graps today, because it's like we got a Royal Rumble special. So
Lots of rumbling.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie BA. Couldn't join
Spectacle.
us this week. He's too busy counting his money while the rest of you niggas is broke. We hope he'll be back next week to let you know how broke you are. Because he knew you was broke, but now he's realizing, as he's checking his accounts, how broke you niggas really are.
Right, because everybody's got a price.
Everybody's got a price. Yep. BA gonna start showing up to shows like Rey Mysterio, just like dressed in Gucci down, just to remind everybody else that they broke.
Oh,
LV,
he does that now.
He's coming to an indie show with me. I'm gonna
You
tell him
just
like,
don't
you gotta wear top tier shit to let these indie niggas know they really broke.
BA the only nigga you know.
You
that
just
wear
didn't
Gucci
realize
and a
it.
beanie at the same time.
Yeah, he just didn't realize it because he's too broke to know those brands. Like Dub's like, what is a vagina? No. He's like, don't even worry about it, bro. It's not for you. Yeah, he's like,
What's going on here?
yeah, something like that.
All right.
One day you'll get there, then you walk
I
away.
hope so.
But guys, we are 2 weeks away? 1 week away? 2 weeks away?
A week from
I can't
Saturday.
count. Time is a construct. Okay,
Not real.
it's not real.
Not real.
But we are shortly getting ready to jump on that road to WrestleMania. And it always starts with the Royal Rumble. So this week, not much was going on in the E with, you know, the normal shows. So we decided to venture off a little bit on our own and do a little Royal Rumble special. Give y'all, some Rumble mumbles, if you will, and really just talk our shit about Royal Rumble, how we feel about it, etc., so forth. And, you know, we'll get back to our regular scheduled program sometime in the future. But
next week.
Hey, sit back, relax, listen to the shit. Listen to the track,
Ooh,
bitch.
need that as a drop.
Yeah. Oh, they played that. Never mind. We will talk about my New Orleans adventures off mic, but where y'all want to start with the Royal Rumble?
Let's kind of get started with like kind of why we love the Rumble. Like we said, it's one of our favorite events of the year. I think for every fan of Graps, like you grew up and this was something you always look forward to. Sean, I want to start with you since you're the younger of the three of us here. So you have like a few different memories than we have. When did you realize that you love the Royal Rumble, the concept of it and everything? And what was the first Rumble match you ever watched?
I can't remember the very first Rumble match I ever watched, but so I can't remember the very first Rumble match that I watched. The one that sticks out the best is 2005. Now, I don't know if y'all know what the Royal Rumble was in 2005, but that is the infamous year Cena and Batista hit the mat at the same time. Vince storms down, tears both of his quads, sits on the ground directing people while being mad and shit. Like it was.
No, he's sitting in the ring because he tore them while sliding into the ring.
Yeah, just pointing at two big buff jagaloons.
Hilarious.
I can't walk.
And I owned it on DVD. My dad bought it for me, so I rewatched that Rumble so many fucking times. I could tell you everything that happens in it. So that is my special Royal Rumble memory for me.
Sean, is that the infamous CM Punk talking shit after he eliminates people Rumble? No,
hell no.
Okay, I knew it was like around that time in the mid 2000s.
No, this is at the time of Muhammad Hassan and all of them, and Gene Snitsky, and it was a really weird time.
It was a rough time outside of Batista and Cena, the obvious guys. I think Big Show was kind of running amok, sometimes punching people in the face. It was some interesting shit going on, but
the WMD, the weapon of mass destruction. His hand looks like a ham hock, as they would always remind you.
Oh, that was my shit. I really enjoyed that. I mentioned that last week.
E-Ray, tell me about your love for the Rumble. Where did it come from? And give me yours.
Oddly enough, mine probably came later. If we're being realistic, because I was one of those kids that I didn't never buy the pay-per-views, so I didn't see the pay-per-view. I always see the steals of the match. Oh yeah, they're coming running in. It's just the steal. Oh my god, the return of Shawn Michaels. It'd just be fucking steals of bullshit. So I never really got the vibe of it until probably after I would say realistically after the WWE Network. That's when I really got into Royal Rumble, and that actually I think was one of the first or probably the second pay-per-view I ever went to ever. So during the WWE Network days, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm watching the Rumble, and I want to say, I can't remember, the one that sticks out to me was probably not too long ago, maybe been like 5-6 years ago, where Tatanka came back, and I just popped for that so big. Tatanka! And that Brooklyn Brawler, it'd just be the most random niggas, and that is why I love the Rumble, because you get some of the most random folks coming back. And then the first women's Rumble, because I was expecting the worst, and I thought that shit was excellent. It was well executed, and that was something I'm like, okay, they got something here. Because at first it was just like, do they even got enough women for a Rumble? And then I think this was right when Stephanie McMahon was really on her shit, like the women's revolution. We're about to do this shit, like for real. And then when they announced it, I'm like, this is about to be some horrible.
I mean, they didn't have enough women for that first Rumble, but they called a lot of them back.
They didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we got, and that's what was so dope. Because for me, that's my love of the Rumble. It's not necessarily like the winners and all that shit. That's cool. But for me, it's a lot of the returning people or the guest spots. Like Booker T coming back, doing the crazy shit, staring at his hand. Like, oh, I love that shit. Then he get tossed out. You did not just say that. Great. Classic. Love it. And then, like, of course, as the storylines start to progress, I love that too. Gotta have the interactions and the rest holds and just guessing who's coming out next. That's like the funnest shit ever. So that's why I love the Rumble, because it's just so ridiculously unpredictable, and it's fun to try to guess the order of people coming out, who's coming back, etc. so forth. It just leaves so much to get you excited about.
I'm kind of the same as you, E. As a kid, I ain't have Royal Rumble money because I was broke. You know, niggas was struggling when they was 8. So couldn't always order the Rumble, but like when you got a chance to watch it because a friend had it or something, it was always like, oh, you got the Rumble? Oh, fuck video games. What are we doing? I'm not playing Vector Man again. Fuck this shit. So I remember one of the things that made me fall in love with the Rumble was the one that Flair won. Because I think it's mostly because of that promo he cut afterwards when I'm talking about with a tear in my eye. This is the greatest day of my life. And I was like, this means so much. This is so important. And I was like, oh, this is the greatest thing in my life now. I need to watch this every year. And again, as a broke 10-year-old, couldn't do it. But yeah, like you said, like when you get the network for that $9.99, you can watch all 12 pay-per-views. Like, what? This is the greatest investment ever. So yeah, great. And the Rumbles, like, and I love the stories that they build within the Rumbles with the returns. I remember, who was it, when Edge came back and like started his feud with Jericho that led up to a Mania match. There's just so many different things they do, and the surprises are always fun. And I'm glad they've gotten away from like just having old guys show up for like the sake of old guys, but having guys who aren't fully active, but you like, hey, if they signed a deal for some time, you know, they could be around, they could do some stuff later. So that,
oh my God, it's
exactly.
Carlito.
And like for some reason that didn't happen right after the Rumble, but now he's back and Carlito showed up and he was jacked. You were like, yo, did Carlito eat Carlito? What happened? I'm so confused here. But I kind of wanted to transition that. So now that we got a baseline here, I want to know, E-Ray, what is your absolute favorite Royal Rumble memory?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I'm not really great at, my memory is trash. That's
why I'm not asking for recent stuff, because I know your recent memory is destroyed from
my old memory. That's all I got is a recency bias now. It should just come.
I'm hoping some stuff is like stored in your hard drive, because clearly your RAM is used up.
Yeah, I got not much of anything. I want to say probably one of my favorite. Damn, and I could be completely misremembering this. I'll be honest, but I feel like it was one where I think AJ Styles was about to win, and then Seth came in and beat him. Am I making that up? Did that happen? I feel like that happened. I have to look it up to confirm, but it was something like that, and I loved like the storyline because, of course, that was when Roman was on his reign of terror, like just constantly being overbooked, and we were like, please God, anybody but Roman. And I'm pretty sure it was something like that. It was like AJ Styles and Seth or somebody, and we thought he got eliminated. He came back in and eliminated Roman. Someone did it. I don't know who did it. That's how much of a hater I am. Somebody came back in and threw that nigga out, and I was like,
how much you hated
there's no more Roman Reigns.
Version 1?
Jesus.
Yeah, oh my. Or version like 2, really.
All right, so
the big dog.
I think for me, my all-time favorite Rumble memory, and is gonna be recent. It's the return of Edge. Like that one, because I remember when Edge retired. Like I was slowly getting back into Graps, and I watched that Mania, that Raw after Mania when he announced his retirement, and I was like, shit, I didn't know wrestling could make me cry. And then he left, and you get it, and you're like, man, he's living such a great life. He did the show with Christian and everything, but you're like, yeah, he's never coming back to do this. And then the rumblings, pun intended, and then the day of that Rumble, I'm sure we all remember, that was the day Kobe died. So, emotional day across the board. And then to watch the Rumble that day, it was difficult, but to have that moment of pure joy to see someone come back to do the thing that they loved more than anything else, that's my number one of all time. I think I'm giving myself a 2 because fuck it. Number 2 is the debut of AJ Styles. Flat out.
2016.
I remember.
Because that's a guy, like, you talk about a guy where, like, Sean, I know you appreciate this. You're preaching the gospel of that's the best wrestler walking planet Earth, and there isn't a close second. And it was AJ Styles. But there's also guys you're like, yeah, he's never come to WWE ever. Like, they don't work that way. To see him walk through that curtain, and you were like, oh shit, it's him. It's him. It was beautiful.
I had a moment where I remember him coming and that music hitting. I'm like, who the fuck is that? But I'm like hyped because it's just like him doing a little, gotta do my arms just stuck. Wait, gotta put my head up. Like, oh, I'm so excited for this. Like, that's how good wrestling is. You might not know who the fuck this person is, but the presentation matters. And that is, again, WWE is masterful at presentation. So they made AJ Styles look and feel like $1 million. And then I remember what he ended up going on to do, because of course, everybody's first match has got to be against The Miz and Jericho. Like, at the time, it was like, you go fight The Miz. He punched The Miz tooth out with a backhand, spinning backhand. I was like, oh, that was an accident. But it happened. And then he went to face Jericho. And then it was trying to get his footing because they were trying to push him as such a baby face. And it was like, he's such a better heel. And it was so great. And then as soon as he turned heel, shit went crazy. So, I think that was some of my favorite stuff from them. But yeah, definitely the AJ Styles popping up. I'm trying to think, did you have anything, Wise Man, as far as the AJ Styles? I know that must have warped your brain and made you explode.
It was one of those things that Dub said. It was a dude that you just didn't expect to show up in the E, like never. His style you didn't think would work. It just wouldn't fit. Pause. But yeah, it's just something that wouldn't go 1 + 1. The shit just wouldn't have worked. But as you said, you showed up, you saw the theme music, and they fucked up the moment by cutting the Roman Reigns for like 10 seconds for no reason. But other than that, if they would have just had a correct shot, it would have been a ton better. But I think they released an alternate angle of how they shot it, basically, that made it a whole lot better.
No, they've cut it that way on the network too.
They did?
Yeah, like if you ever go back and rewatch that Rumble, they've cut it that way where it's just focused on Styles. And then he lifts up that hood and the crowd goes wild. He's looking. And in that moment, shout out to JBL for having the tail of the tape in front of him, knowing everything about Styles and being able to give the casual the breakdown of who this guy is and why this guy is important. Because that was one of those well-kept secrets. Like, if there's one thing WWE doesn't do, they don't keep secrets well. That was a very well-kept secret.
Fair enough.
And he had also been over in Japan in an era that Japan wasn't like, they weren't as huge as they are in the States now. Where like, a bunch of Japanese wrestling names. We just knew he was there. That's all we really knew. And, niggas knew Bullet Club. Because outside of me, Sean, and 12 other people, nobody's waking up at 4 a.m. to watch Wrestle Kingdom. So... it was a real out of sight, out of mind for like the American wrestling fan audience who because TNA had fallen off the map and you're like, I think I saw that guy in TNA. Nope, it was that guy. It was that guy. It was that guy. But Sean, because I knew you would feel me on that one. But what's your favorite like all time just Rumble moment that just you're like, oh, I could watch that a billion times?
The first one that popped in my mind was 2006 with Ray going from number 1 to winning when Eddie died. That was probably the first one that popped in my head just because I forget the exact time length he was in it, but amazing performance. And especially just because, shout out to Eddie with the armband and shit like that, him representing them all night. It was beautiful to watch. It was one of those, like you said, I didn't know wrestling could make you cry. It was one of those sad moments, but it was nice. And then and if I'm not mistaken, he went on to Mania to win the title as well. So
beat Kurt Angle and Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great match. Angle and Randy Orton. I don't think people talk about that match enough to like how crazy of a match that was. To me, one of the WrestleMania all-timers for a world title. You got Angle on 45 perks, Randy Orton close to the peak of his powers, and Rey Mysterio, who's been old for most of my life, just putting on a banger. And for the biggest little man in WWE history to walk out with that belt was just, it was great. It was a great moment. Well, speaking of great moments, let's get to like some least favorite moments because there's some bad spots in Rumbles. There's some bad moments. I think I already know E-Ray's least favorite moment, so I'm gonna guess it right here because I think it's also mine. When Roman won that Rumble, and when they brought Rock out
over Daniel Bryan,
still couldn't get over,
and he still couldn't get over. That to me, that moment sticks out so much because like it felt like it was there for Daniel Bryan to do it, but to me personally, I always felt like Bray was having such a Rumble that you were like, I thought they were gonna pull the trigger on Bray, and he was so over at that point that I was like, ooh, this could be dope if they put it on Bray. And I thought if you were gonna eliminate Bryan, to me the only person you could have winning at that point had to be Bray Wyatt because he was a super heel. But they just force-fed us Roman with the Hazel contacts, and
gosh, it was awful.
And now Rock is back to set things right. E-Ray, am I right in guessing that's your least favorite Rumble moment of all time?
Yes, but honorable mention or runner-up has to go
Ronda
to
Rousey interrupting Asuka's win in that oversized jacket.
Yes, but also has to go to another runner-up. Take it way back, 2002, when the short-lived Maven eliminated Undertaker. Like, excuse me?
It's great. What do you mean?
Didn't he beat that nigga's ass for like 3 months after that?
Yes, he got in a great feud. It got Maven over. People cared about him for like for 6 months. Yes, Maven was over for like 6 months.
I don't think that ever happened, bro. I think you just revisionist history. You were like 7 at the time.
I watched Maven when he was actually wrestling. No, Maven because he won the Tough Enough and like that was the whole like dream and shit like that.
Shout out to Maven.
Come on, man.
We just had different attention spans at the time because I was like a teenager. I was like, nigga, what? He was like,
I just remember watching that. I'm like, oh,
Tough Enough.
Taker about to whoop his ass, and he did for 3 months straight.
And he did.
He was on site. That might have been the first time where I realized on site was a thing. I'm like, oh, every time Maven music hit, Taker's out there whooping that nigga ass. And he's beating his ass on site. Wait, is that a thing? Little did I know that would become a thing.
Created it. Yeah,
Taker
I was not a fan.
on site. Oh.
No comment. I'm trying to think of another one. I think that was another moment I had despised when Beth Phoenix kissed the great Khali and rolled him out of the ring. I hate that shit.
I forgot about that.
Like, ugh. disgust me in all facets. I already hate the Great Khali. I'm sorry, Mumbai Hive and all. I am just not a Great Khali fan. It's like he could barely walk at the time. I loved him in The Longest Yard, but outside of that, his career was so it's awful. I hate most of the Giant gimmicks. Only Giant worked was Paul White and maybe Giant Gonzalez.
Stop. Speaking of, he debuted at a Rumble, so that's technically a worse Rumble moment.
Wearing that fucking skin.
That nigga's ass, bro. I don't know. Yeah,
Giant
fuck that.
Gonzalez.
I'm talking shit. Yeah.
Sean, can you?
I would say the worst for me is Batista winning in 2014. That shit was terrible. He had a terrible run.
Oh, Bautista?
That was ass. That was ass.
The comeback.
Yeah, that was terrible, man.
Give me what I want.
I wish he never did that. And a part-timer winning it just never is good. So,
not a fan of the part-timer winning it.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
Okay.
Like Brock, I remember what that one Rumble Brock like beat 20 niggas' asses in a row, and it was just him. That shit was a waste of a Rumble. I hated that.
You mean the one that
McIntyre.
the one that Drew won?
Yeah, and Drew kicked his face into the shadow room.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
Popped.
I like Brock coming
Was
out
that
there just
2020?
like wrecking shit. No, that was the 2020 Rumble. Because right after the Rumble, the world ended.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like Brock like wrecking shop and then like Drew kind of getting one over on him. Like I appreciated it.
I'm not a fan of that either.
I'm not.
I think me and the wise men agree. Because and maybe to a lesser degree, he did the same shit, and I despised it when he did that shit at Elimination Chamber. He just murdered 5 niggas, and I was like, why the fuck did I just watch that? That was trash.
I'll agree with you there.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe this is to a lesser degree. Elimination, I was done. Like, this is some bullshit. Because I was waiting for like the chamber. He just throwing things like, next. He eliminated everybody. I was like, this is disgusting.
But then also Bobby had the title too.
Here,
we know how we feel about our black champions.
Yeah.
February's around the corner.
Oh, Brock gonna pop up in the Rumble. Don't worry.
Ooh.
No, I'm not worried because we got too many good people. Somebody's gonna eliminate his ass.
We're gonna put that topic in there right now. Yeah. Who do you guys think is coming back in this Rumble besides Brock?
Like for a show up or for come back and
to talk
like
both.
For a while?
Both. We want to see this show up. Or who do you think is coming back? Tatanka?
He can still go. He can still go.
Buffalo.
We've talked him into existence enough. All right.
The Brooklyn Brawler. No.
E-Race is being an asshole now.
The Tampa Brawler. I don't know.
Knuckleball Schwartz. I don't know.
Let me think. Let's see. They're in Tampa.
They are in Tampa.
Who could come back? Tom Brady. They had Gronk one time. Maybe Tom would just come in and throw a clothesline. He ain't got shit else he doing.
I can see Gronk being in this Rumble since they're in Tampa, and I think he does live down there now.
Since they're gonna be close, I feel like definitely gonna get some NXT talent in there. I think this is where Carmelo Hayes.
Melo's definitely in the Rumble.
Probably gets in the Rumble. Maybe Obafemi versus
I was just about to say that.
Comes back.
You think they throw Trick in the
Omos
Rumble and continue the Melo and Trick discourse and have Melo hating, trying to eliminate him and shit?
No, we'll talk about it next week. I think Melo's gonna turn on Trick at Vengeance Day and put that man on the shelf until right before Stand and Deliver. Truthfully.
Okay, we'll get. All right, that's another topic.
Yeah, another topic for another time. Yeah, Vic, calm down, Vic. Let me think. Oh, Wendy Chu is probably going to be in the Women's Rumble because they need spots, and she has been on TV in months.
She still has a contract?
Yeah, she in catering getting money.
Jesus. Certified bag collector.
Yeah.
Right.
My new favorite women's wrestler.
That's a dub contract.
Don't do work, get paid.
That's a dub contract.
That is. I fucks with it.
Guys, it's E-Ray here, your friendly neighborhood bad guy. And when I'm not booking the territory or bringing the motherfucking ruckus, you can catch me on my show, Binge Flicks and Chill, where I'll bring my personal outrageous perspective to some of the latest and greatest in television and movies today. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll probably never look at your favorite shows or movies the same again. But tune in and let the binge begin.
E-Ray. They are talking about Naomi coming back to the E. Do you think she makes her re-debut in the Rumble? Glow this Rumble up a little bit.
Yes, the answer.
She's a amazing.
She literally had a farewell match at Impact. She's done.
Oh, well, I mean, spoiler alert, it's a done deal according to our Chief Graps correspondent. So who am I to argue with outside the E? I don't know no better, so I'm gonna say yes as well. Maybe it's just my thought process because I don't want it to happen just yet, because there's so many things left with, like, the women's stuff. They got a lot of stuff going on, but it feels like nothing at the same time. Very weird.
Here now. Go ahead, talk about it. We here now. Talk about it.
Are we getting Jade finally?
I
mean, when is that happening?
Oh, that's what I feel. Like, I think that's got to happen, because
is that your number?
Right now, they're thinking about Becky Lynch winning, and I feel like the best way to change that is to have Jade or somebody knock her ass out and then keep it moving.
If Becky Lynch wins, I'm gonna end up hating her as much as Ronda Rousey. I can't do it. I
cannot. As much as
that is
too
crazy,
much Becky Lynch,
bro.
Too much. Give someone else the ball. Give someone else the ball.
At least she can cut a promo.
She can cut a promo. She can give you a great match. All that shit.
At least she can wrestle. And he's like, no, I don't care. I hate you.
Give me something new.
I don't want to see your face.
Give me something new. God damn it. Give me something new.
Damn. He said, get them old checks out of here.
I'm tired of Charlotte. He said, I'm good on Becky.
Well,
I'm
Charlotte's knee
where that
blew
white
up,
man
so
at?
you don't have to worry about Charlotte. Although I don't know, this is WWE. They might just have her win it anyway. Yeah.
Just wheel her out. No.
Pull us out. So
Bayley is a possibility. We can finally get a Jade debut. We can get a returning Naomi. That would be fun. There's a lot of women on the roster right now, but it feels like they're spinning their wheels and nothing really is happening. Bianca Belair has been fighting Damage Control for like 8 months.
8 months? What do you mean 8 months? Crazy. It's been 2 years. No, not 8 months. When did Damage Control debut? 2022? SummerSlam of 2022 in Tennessee, right?
Let's keep our queen on TV. Keep our queen on TV.
Keep her on TV, but get fucking Io and Bayley away from her.
No. Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, Sean, let me ask you this question. Tell me why you think Shotzi's going to win the Rumble. I just need to know, because I can sense it in your voice.
Because for some reason, I guess they just like ass wrestling up in the women's division there. They push her in so many...
They love hoots.
They push her in so many situations.
Ass wrestling or like...
I push her in so many situations.
Huh?
Tinfoil. It's terrible. She's terrible. I'm sorry. Great effort. You know, the entrance is cool with the tank and the look.
Oh, she like Scrappy
Great. A for fucking effort. But as far as the Graps go, I could see not that.
Shotzi's the young good as a host of wrestling.
Yeah, great as a
host.
Halloween Havoc host. Perennial.
But when she starts running the ropes, you can tell she looks green as fuck. I'm good.
Isn't she like an 8-year vet?
Yeah, I would say she's regressed some because that catering job. She's like, I ain't had time. When she was in Evolve, I first seen her. I was like, oh, she's actually kind of good. And then she did a good job in NXT. So again, I don't know what's going on with that.
What happened?
Sean, did you just hear E-Ray talk about the Indies?
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
You just talk about the Graps.
I catch what I catch.
Everybody's been getting a little more Graps in them these days, okay? What? We're going to some indie shows.
I catch what I catch.
You know, we got some TNA talk going on. You know, BA watched Wrestle Kingdom with me like a week ago. Like we're all into it, man. It's great.
Nia Jax.
The
The only thing that can stop her from winning this Rumble
her ACLs
is Randy Orton coming back and RKOing her again. It's just
that was a great moment.
I want to argue with you, but it does seem like she's gonna win. I can't even.
or get close, and then they're gonna do the obligatory. Or no, it's either one or two. Either she wins, or they're gonna do the obligatory spot where everybody gangs up
Gets
and
her out of the.
she, rah, and then they get back. And
Or what if
toss
Jade
her ass
eliminates Nia?
That
put her over
would be
instantly.
a crowning moment by herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
like,
Yeah. She just hulks up real
Jade
quick.
runs into the
Deliver
ring,
a fucking pump kick and shoot her skull directly through her.
then finds a mic and says,
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Oh, that reminds
"That's
me.
the promo.
Didn't they invite Stephen A to
Let's
WrestleMania?
fucking go.
Stephen
Oh,
A
Jesus.
commentating the Nia Jax Jade Cargill match. Book it.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Love it.
Book it.
That's crazy.
That drop is
I'm a fan.
insane.
Book it. I like this idea.
Men's Rumble.
What about it?
Pick it.
Anybody coming back that? Wait. Wait. Let me ask you this: who's coming up that's here to stay? I got a guess. I got a guess
Getting
or
called
two.
up, you mean?
But I'm gonna let y'all go first. Yes. I feel like almost one of them is a surefire thing. I feel like it is.
I feel like Braun
Who-
Breaker's
what
gonna
you-
spear like everybody that's in the ring,
I'm so
and then
tired.
he'll be blown up by the end of the like spearing 7 people, and then somebody who knows something
rightfully
about
so.
something is gonna have to hold him in. Santos is gonna have to hold Braun in a rest hold for like
Yeah,
30
and-
minutes just to calm him down.
Breathe.
Calm down. Breathe.
Some oxygen.
Breathe. Breathe. Trying to think. Not Santos, but yeah, Braun for sure.
That's your
For
prediction. Sean, who you got? Getting the call
Getting
up.
the call up. Permanent call up. I could definitely see Braun. That he needs to get called up, so I'll piggyback off of that one. If they do put Melo in there, I mean, he's already been on SmackDown quite a bit. I think this would be even more of an introduction to him into the main roster, and he can still finish his stuff with Trick on NXT. So I don't know if you would call that a permanent call up, but I would go Melo right now, most definitely.
Okay.
I don't know, and I would have to throw
Trey Berryhill.
some. You said who?
Trey Berryhill?
Trey Bearclaw.
Bear Claw? No.
Come down banging that drum.
He's a sorry
I was thinking of Briggs and Jensen or Bear Claw. Nobody
Dear
else. I
God,
can't see.
nah.
I can't see anybody else ready for it. Unfortunately,
I got one for you. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Lexus Kang.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he's
Wow,
just in
God.
NXT to benefit the younger guys in NXT. He doesn't need to be there
He's
anymore.
ready.
Oh, really?
the
He's
gimmick
ready for the
is
main
so
roster
over.
already?
All they had to do was just
The gimmick
figure
is
out
so
his
over.
gimmick and have him
Yeah.
go to Mello and Trick's barber. That's all that needed to happen.
Yeah, because he can wrestle just fine. He's gonna be like a Grayson Waller / Miz guy, but the gimmick is what matters, and that is it.
Grayson
He
Waller.
just be that.
That was disrespectful.
I mean,
Have you
To who?
seen
How?
Brian Pillman Jr. wrestle in AEW?
Yeah.
That nigga is way better
Short
than the
answer.
Miz. What are you talking about?
Whoa. This
Yeah,
this
wait,
Miz
wait.
disrespect is getting out of hand.
yeah,
Wrestling wise, he's way better than the Miz. Execution and the way the wrestling looks. The Miz is much better veteran wise, telling a story and almost every other aspect.
I'm not gonna pull a dub and like jump out the car for this take. But what I will say is, regardless of what he's done in AEW, that style gets tweaked. and WWE wrestles the WWE style for the most part. So even though he can do all this shit and having to do all this goofy shit in AEW, and it may not make sense in WWE, he doesn't need to do all that. And that's why I've said, like, as you've seen him with the image change and he just immediately stands out, he's gonna be like a Grayson Waller or the Miz, where kind of like a chicken shit heel guy. That's what I mean. Like, wrestling, it's gonna be fine. And I think he can wrestle good enough. Like, not saying he's not good at wrestling, but it's just that's what I would imagine his style to be. Now, if you want to hit some planchas and some crazy shit, okay, well,
so I'm gonna do some caping for Miz here. Sean, my good wise man, did you happen to see Lexus King versus Dragon Lee for the North American title?
Yes.
Because it looked like them niggas had never met before. Let alone been in the same company for 6 months. Let alone been in the same company before that for 6 months.
Not everybody has good chemistry. It happens. They're good with in other matches individually. Together, they just don't work. It happens, man.
Miz can work with anybody.
He need another date.
You said who?
Miz can work with anybody.
Him and Gunther put on
Miz can work with anybody.
I'll give you that. And like I said,
I'll let you slide on him being better than Grayson. That's fine. Whatever. But Miz can work with anybody. He been doing it.
Miz
he's not wrong.
Miz did a Hurricane Rana.
Miz does work with anybody.
Okay?
He works with everybody.
He works with everybody. He might even be Lexus King's first feud. He works with everybody at some point.
That is going to every single person's first feud coming up to the main roster. The Miz is there. Like, hey, Ciampa, you got some issues? Go fight the Miz. Hey, Johnny Gargano, Miz.
Miz is gonna call Brian Pillman.
You new here, Miz.
He's gonna call him like not even a has been, but a never was. And then Lexus King's gonna be like, I don't even like my dad, but what you're not gonna do is talk shit about my dad. And they're gonna try to see if he can be a face, and boom, he's feuding with the Miz. Because Miz can work with
he's
anybody.
Gonna be like, my dad had bigger balls than you ever have. And then he's like, tiny balls. It's the same thing. We've seen it over and over again. Everybody faces the Miz. It's great. And it will work. Again, we were just talking about AJ Styles. Who's his first feud with? The Miz. Like, they like, look, Miz is reliable. Get it. You're coming in here, you're gonna learn the ropes, and your first real test on the mic and then in the ring is versus, you guessed the Miz. You can't argue that.
I can't say
that's proven.
So is the Miz is basically the testing the waters for everybody going to the main roster. You got to pass the gate of the Miz first.
Yeah,
literally. He's the gatekeeper.
Miz is the gatekeeper of the main roster. That is hilarious.
If you don't pass the Miz test, you work main event.
You just Miz dressed up as Gandalf.
You shall not pass. I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Oh shit.
I love that part of. That's one of my favorite movies. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he's like, you broke up. She's like, you wore the same sweatpants for 7 days. And it just showed each day of him not doing shit, wearing the same clothes. I'm like, this is so good. You shall not pass. I was like, damn. They got me.
Great movie.
Nick.
Great movie.
Incredible. Anywho.
Man, Aldis Snow would be a great Royal Rumble entrant.
Would it?
Watch him walk off there.
Aldis Snow. You fucked me up. I'm thinking about Nick Aldis. I was like, get that nigga out of here.
People are saying that might happen.
He'll fight eventually.
People are saying that might happen. He might shed the suit.
I don't want it.
Yeah, Nick Aldis could still go.
Nick Aldis is about the graps.
Yeah, he had the 8 pounds of gold like not too long ago.
He had that shit like what, a year ago?
Yeah.
Nigga was main event in NWA and Impact and all types of shit. What you mean?
Nick Aldis is the same age as you, E. He can still go. He's not ancient.
86% more steroids. Juiced up out his fucking mind. Nutrigenics.
We can't be wrestling fans that hating on the steroids. What? We can't be wrestling
Huh?
fans that
What?
hating on the steroids. You remember Big Papa Pump? Come on now. Popeye arms.
That was a different
What you
time.
mean? He said he was natural.
Yeah,
Big
okay.
booty daddy. It's all about the gimmick. Nick Aldis' gimmick ain't shit to me. I'm introduced to you as a nigga in a Lavelle Crawford suit. Fuck, I want that with that.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Get that shit out of here.
All right, wise man. We gotta send E-Ray some Nick Aldis.
wait.
matches.
Sorry. Yes, if he goes and Nick Aldis. Hey, actually, I think I've seen his match. I think I seen his match versus Cody at
All
the
In?
first shit, right?
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
was great.
I watched that. I was like, who's this weak ass nigga? He's whack. Cody's winning. But
Shit.
because he was El Generico to me. Like, he's so bland. I don't vibe with just bland ass, I'm indie wrestler guy that I'm supposed to be good. Get a fucking gimmick. Sorry, not sorry. But if Nick Aldis enters the Rumble at number 16, full suit, you got me. I'm back in, baby.
Full suit.
Gotta be wearing
What the
the
fuck?
suit.
Why you gotta be in the full suit?
Big fucking patterns. He gotta look like he about to host Comic View, nigga. I need that
So,
shit.
Sean, what you didn't know is that E-Ray was a big fan of Ruby Tuesday manager Baron Corbin. That was his shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
The white shirt and
Shenanigans.
shit. Oh, no, man.
Too much flair. You got too much flair.
E-Ray was a big Constable
I
Corbin
need it.
guy. Was up
Yeah,
there to
Y'all niggas just love Baron Corbin. I don't know what it is.
Baron Corbin's just
Hey,
really good at
earn the
his
shit.
job. Like,
He's such a bad
Shout out to
person. It's
Baron
great.
Corbin, man.
did you watch that
Oh.
segment on NXT of him and Braun in that backstage interview?
Yes.
That was some of
shit
the
is
funniest shit
hilarious.
I've ever seen on NXT. I was like, this is great.
Him and Braun work well together.
Have you ever seen Baron Corbin on Twitter?
Oh,
He's really good.
it's great.
Like, Baron Corbin's actually really good at his job. So
Such an asshole.
he makes me hate him, and it makes me love him because I know that I hate him. So I'm like, that works for me. But Nick Aldis, go ahead, put on that Steve Harvey suit. Come on down, number 16. I can't wait. It's just no music. It'd probably be like Takeshita, like Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis in a Steve Harvey suit gets eliminated by Cat Williams.
He's a sorry fat
Oh
piece
my
of shit.
god. That drop is gonna kill me, man.
Leave it to E-Ray.
Gonna make it hot. And you gotta just start doing stand-up comedy for the first like 2 minutes.
No, he has to eliminate people and then tell a joke about them.
Oh, not like but like a Comic View, Def Comedy Jam type joke. He can't be doing no fucking joke. No Madcap Moss type shit. Nah, this nigga gotta go
Forgot
in.
about Madcap Moss.
He gotta,
Yeah,
he
because
gotta
that nigga
toss
got
out.
released. He is gone.
Jesus.
Nick Aldis gotta come in and eliminate R-Truth. It'd be like, y'all ever notice the difference between a black man and a white man when he gets tossed out the ring? And they'd be like, what the fuck?
Nick Aldis saying that in his English accent. Nick Aldis with his English accent trying to sound like an American black man from the 90s saying that joke. That's like 5 different levels of meta right there.
Oh shit. Grabs
insane.
Comedy Jam is the funniest
Grabs
shit.
Comedy Yo, we're here now. Grabs Comedy Jam. I need it. I need it.
Nick, just imagine Nick Aldis doing some Lavelle Crawford. This is how it. The black people, we go break. We break.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Bronson Reed comes out. He's not Earthquake. He's Tsunami.
My God.
Oh, help me, sweet Jesus. Oh my God, that's the secret interest that we were not expecting.
Comedy Jam.
Cat Williams. Graps Comedy Jam. Oh my God, he runs a sub 440, so he's going to be eliminating everybody.
Oh my God,
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
that's gotta be the name of the episode. Graps Comedy.
oh my God. I'm done. Y'all broke me.
Graps.
So,
Oh God.
that's
Oh
it, guys.
my God.
It's been a great episode.
Yeah.
Just trying to recover. My God.
We'll see you next time. Oh, thanks,
So
Nick
after
Aldis.
2024
You are the man.
Def Comedy Graps, I want to ask you guys this one question, and then we're gonna get out of here. I want you to book it right now. Who's gonna win the 2025 Royal Rumble, men's and women's? I want to start with the Wise Man. And Wise Man, please tell me why you are going to pick Joe Gacy to win the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble and Fallon Henley to win the women's. Go.
For 2025, I'm gonna get a trio stare
That's
down
insane.
for the final three between Eugene, Zach Gowen, and I don't know. I don't know. We put R-Truth. Let's say R-Truth got over in there. Yep. And I don't know who out of those three would win, but that's my trio's booking for 2025.
Oh, God. All right. Well,
And I'm gonna probably put Zach Gowen over and say he'll win. Single
all right.
leg Hurricane Rana, R-Truth out of the ring.
If the Wise Man is saying that Eugene's in the Rumble in 2025, E-Ray's definitely going to tell me that Von Wagner is going to win it in full Eugene cosplay.
The sausages.
Right?
Wait. You said,
Just
how did
awesome.
Zach Gowen do a Hurricane Rana? I know I have
A
questions.
one-leg Hurricane Rana. You know what a bitch tries to like trap you and puts her leg around your waist and shit
okay.
like that. He just gonna do that around the dude's head and flip him out the ring. One-leg Hurricane Rana.
That is insane.
One-leg Hurricane Rana.
I don't know what's worse, the Hurricane Rana itself or the image that was painted. You know, when she trapped you. Cause you like, oh, you having this baby. Like, out of pappy. Oh!
You mid-stroke, she talking about what are
You
we?
be
You
out
don't
of
say
sex.
nothing. She wrap her legs around you. She's like, parents.
Eugene gonna try and put an ankle lock on the wrong leg.
Nick Aldis eliminates someone else.
On the prosthetic leg. Oh shit.
What's the deal with prosthetic legs?
Jesus Christ.
Take the mic from Nick Aldis. He's insane.
Cut that nigga shit off.
Def Comedy Graps.
It's gonna be like CM Punk talking shit after every elimination, but
Right.
just Nick Aldis cutting fucking Def Comedy Graps jokes.
And then at the end of the show, Stokely Carmichael comes out and says, thank you, good night.
I love y'all. Thank you. Good night.
All right,
Holy
E-Ray,
shit.
tell me why Von Wagner's winning the Rumble next year.
I can't. He's not. I don't even know if Von Wagner's gonna be employed in 2025 by
Like
WWE.
a future endeavor.
Can't lie. Yeah, I feel like we ain't seen him or Robert Stone in
No, they were on
months.
NXT Tuesday.
Well, I didn't finish watching it.
They did a
We
segment
gotta
with
get
Metaphor.
there.
Shout out to Metaphor. More Metaphor on TV. Shout out to Jakara Jackson and West
well,
Big fan.
Dub, thank you. 'Cause I didn't know that. But that's okay. When I finish watching it, I'll pop for Von Wagner appearing. That'd be great. But everything I just said before that remains the same. I don't know if he's gonna make it. But well wishes to him. I will say 2025. I feel like LA
Yeah.
Okay.
Knight. Okay.
The fuck was that?
That was cool. I don't know. I have magical powers. It's fucking cool. I don't know why I'm doing that. Some weird shit just popped up on the
What the
screen,
fuck?
and I am a revolutionary.
Look at you, Dr. Strange.
Yeah, that's crazy. That just blew my whole train of thought. I will say probably LA Knight. I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes, perhaps.
Wow, that's a big push. Okay.
Like in one of the final three.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna get there yet, but they're gonna push him to be in it in the conversation because I think they're gonna really see what he can do if they cut him loose on the main roster. And then probably somebody got to anchor some older anchor. I feel like they're gonna go with like Jey Uso.
I was just about to say Jey Uso. Right after he beats Jimmy, they need to put him on a title run to go get the belt that Roman held that he always wanted. That's my shit. I'll take it.
Love it.
I'm mad at that. So 2025 Rumble.
Where do you know? Have they announced where it's gonna be yet? I don't think so.
They have not. I've seen rumors of Vegas.
Probably gonna be. You think? I think they're gonna take that shit international. It look like they just moving everything international this year. Like, it's going to be
Well,
Royal Rumble.
I just hope Cody wins it and loses it so he can turn heel.
So there's a method to that. I think what they're doing is like after each of the big six, they go big four, I should say, international show.
I was like, what?
So Rumble, Backlash in France, Mania, and then after that, I believe
Chamber Elimination.
I think it might be a Saudi show after Mania. Or the Bash in Berlin. That's after Mania. After SummerSlam, I think is the next Saudi show. After the big four, because like what it does is it inflates their quarterly numbers like a lot to have two huge stadium shows.
Look at Dub. Talk that shit, Dub.
Sports business is kind of my shit.
You don't never let no black nigga get up in the numbers now.
Yeah, but
he gonna be making all the money.
So 2025 Rumble.
Thank you, Nick Aldis.
It would shock me if it wasn't LA Knight, but I'm gonna pick somebody different, and I'm gonna say the guy on E-Ray's t-shirt that's not in New Japan right now.
Dolph Ziggler.
He signed to Impact, sir, or TNA. I'm sorry, he signed to TNA.
Isn't he in both?
Yeah.
He is appearing in New Japan, but he has signed a contract with TNA.
Yeah, because he was out there beating up Fit Finley's son because he said it was on site. Because I want that New Japan Global title.
Son.
Global International Heavyweight.
The Global Gym. Global Gym Championship.
What title is that, Sean? I'm very confused, and we'll get out of here.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Free, aka Free Illuminati, aka Young Freezer Burner, aka the Black Peter Parker, aka Poon Knight. And I want y'all to check out Blurs in the Trap, the new podcast with myself and my boy Dr. Jones, dropping in the Anotherverse every Monday. Come check us out. Get all your daily Blur content, nerd culture from a Black perspective. We got other pods doing it out there that we support, and we wanted to add a little bit of our own flavor to the mix. So check us out every Mondays in the Anotherverse. Peace.
The Nobody Makes Me Bleed My Own Blood Championship.
They got too many titles. There's a lot. There's
because New Japan has an Intercontinental title, don't they?
Let's see. So their U.S. title just got changed by Will Ospreay. Do they have an Intercontinental? I don't think it's called the Intercontinental title.
Never open weight.
Yeah, something like a strong title.
Like 42 different.
They got too many titles, literally.
I thought it was just me.
So that's what AEW's.
Yeah, they got. Let's see. IWGP World Heavyweight, IWGP Junior Heavyweight. Global Heavyweight, United States, Never Open Weight, World TV, Strong Open Weight, Women's, Strong Women's, Tag Team, Junior Heavyweight Tag Team,
Women's and a Strong Women's?
Strong Open Weight Tag Team, and Never Open Weight 6-Man Tag Team.
It's too many belts.
And then you got the tournament. You got the G1 Climax, the New Japan Cup, the Best of the Super Juniors, World Tag Leagues, Super Junior Tag Leagues, and the KOPW.
Keeping up with New Japan really does feel like a sport. But yeah, so I'm going Braun Breaker to win next year's Men's Rumble. Next year's Women's Rumble?
I didn't say.
Going to Nikita Lyons.
Oh,
Jade Cargill. Why not?
I'm going with
she'll
Jade
have
Cargill
a
as well.
year under her belt of working the WWE style, and you know, it's time. It's time. Just hot shot her.
So
It's
if Jade
time.
doesn't win this year, who eliminates her? Because that's definitely going to be a Final 4, Final 3.
Becky eliminates her to win.
Whoever she's gonna start her first feud with.
You're really going with Becky. You're really putting this into existence.
I don't want it to happen. I would love to see them do something different, but what I saw Monday, if it's not Nia, it's Becky.
I was like, based on Monday.
That's
But
sad.
if she doesn't and she loses, she gets eliminated by Jade Cargill, or she wins and eliminates Jade Cargill, and then Jade interferes in a match between her and Rhea, that's good shit.
Great shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'll see either way.
somebody
I'd
called
like
Sami
that.
told me
and
E-Red
have a
Pen. That's great
Kabuki
shit.
Warrior feud for the title at Mania? No one? No? All right. Just
The fact that you just said Kabuki Warrior made my stomach hurt.
E-Ray hates that entire phrase.
the feud would be fire, man. All them Joshy Graps, bro. What you mean? Best elbow in the business.
4 facts.
You're not wrong.
I was like,
One of the best moonsaults.
you
and
know,
the best elbow. Come on,
surprise entrance. You seen him. He who shall not be named. That ain't Voldemort.
MJF?
He made some apologies online.
Oh no, that's not happening.
Second best elbow in the biz.
That's not happening. That's never happening. Don't.
He's coming back.
He's not. Do you know the outrage? Do you know who Dub knows he's talking about?
yeah.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening. Stop it.
No.
No. They will never allow that to happen.
Best North America.
Okay, so here's the thing. They have enough distance between
Someone agreed.
whatever happened with him and now that like the internet can forget about it, because again, there's a new main character on the internet every single day. He's tried to make an amends.
Just don't let it be you.
And he's never been proven to have any wrongdoing done. I mean, they welcome Hogan back in.
They welcome Lars Sullivan bitch ass back in.
He's a sorry fat piece of
They
shit.
they welcome Warrior back in.
And you seeing how he was talking to them kids.
You saw how he was talking about black folk. So like that's my thing. Like, because he who shall not be named never was proven to do anything wrong and has attempted to make amends, it's possible. It's possible.
Give it to
Too much bad PR, man. It's not happening.
They brought back Hogan, Sean. Hogan.
You missed it.
Yeah, but that was
They brought
against
back
black
Lars
people. You know
Sullivan.
Vince didn't care about that.
They brought back Lars Sullivan. And he said some crazy shit about everything. He might have did some fur porn or something. He was the worst of the worst.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Thank you, Stephen A. And he came back. So I'm just saying. Entrant number 26.
Listen.
Give it to me.
I mean, anything is possible. I'll put it like this.
Like Kevin Garnett.
After Survivor Series, anything is possible.
Like Kevin Garnett said.
Anything is possible.
I don't see that happening, man. I'm sorry. I don't. I just don't.
Okay, higher likelihood. Fuck it, we'll say the name. Velveteen
MJF.
Dream comes
I
back.
already know your question.
Or MJF. MJF?
I already know your question. MJF walking through the curtain is much more likely than he who shall not be named. Absolutely. That fucking Burberry scarf is gonna be strolling down that aisle over purple confetti and fucking asthma attacks and shit.
Oh my God, it's MJF. I remember one time when we in the fuzzy, then he put my all around my head and then
He's my scumbag.
Like, yeah.
So let me ask you this. If MJF does make his debut in the Rumble, if you're Trips and you're in the back,
How hard do you cry?
do you have him and Cody and CM Punk have a face in the ring just to piss off TK?
In the Rumble?
Yeah,
Oh
in
my
the Rumble.
God.
Yes.
That would
if
be
MJF
fucking-
is signed to the WWE by the time the Royal Rumble rolls around, absolutely. He's going to appear in there. He's going to be that'll probably be your final three. Would be Cody, CM Punk, and MJF. That is probably going to be your final three because that's a story in itself.
That'd be the most.
That is a whole story in
That's
itself.
the most insane shit
I
ever.
like it.
That's its story in its fucking self. Every single one of those dudes has a story or a reason to fuck each other up. Each and every one of them.
So then MJF eliminates Cody, right? And then CM Punk
MJF would it depends on who you think is going to win. Do you think Punk is going to win or do you think Cody's going to win?
Well, I know Punk is going to win because I've already.
Okay,
again,
thank
Sean,
you.
You listen to the pod. I've already booked this out. We know how this is going to go.
Punk's going to win.
Yes.
More Cody tears are going to come down.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
You playing a real long game with Cody.
Oh, that's the whole story. Hard times, baby. What you mean? That is the whole story of that shit. Whole story of it.
You can't win it even if he gave it to you, baby. You can't win it. Like, damn, Dad. Shit. I just want it. I just want to hold the belt you never had. You never get it, baby. You never get it.
Dad, were you a champion like
Now,
Hulk
Roman.
Hogan?
Yeah, literally. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you, son.
Oh, fuck you, baby. Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, so Punk's winning it. Cody's gonna eliminate MJF if that does happen.
I think
Punk
MJF eliminates Cody.
You think MJF eliminates Cody?
Yes.
And then Punk eliminates him because they never had the feud that they were supposed to.
So what would that? I mean,
And-
I guess. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that could work. Yeah, it could work. Could definitely work.
Look, if it happens, I don't even know. I'll be dead. I'm be Stan's dad.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah.
Ghost in here. It's ghost goo.
Slimer.
Let's do
Ooh, it'll be right. That was the creep. Secret.
Oh man! Shout out to TJRI.
Like, ain't no secret, nigga. You know where this ooze coming from. It'd be crazy because, yeah, MJF popping after CM Punk with Cody, like it's too much. TK would literally, I can't even. Too many things. So I would love that. I know that's not gonna happen, but if it did, you gonna have to answer to some things, Mr. Graps, man.
If what happened? If what happened?
Please, Mr. Graps, man, won't you
If at number 30 you hear that,
to me?
What is there to explain? What is there to explain?
TK state of mind.
Why TK can't keep his top stars?
Because he can't pay him enough.
I
He
would
can't pay him as much as the WWE can pay him.
What? He has an unlimited checkbook.
That's
Daddy said
salary,
no?
yes, but you're not talking video game sales, you're not talking merch sales, you're not talking gate sales, you're not talking any of that shit. Main event books, like all of that shit. You're not having any of it. He can't.
But they won one time in the ratings.
Who gives a fuck
To
about
NXT.
ratings? Most people don't even consume live broadcasts anymore to compare ratings. Most of this shit is playbacks.
But he could have 82 championships.
What, in New Japan?
From ROH. And he could be the
Neverweight
never
open
open
strong
heavyweight.
champion. Yeah, trust me, I know. No, they ain't got enough money for him. They can't give him the people to wrestle in front of. They can't give him the notoriety. And it's at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling.
Oh,
but
you're
it's
naming a
different
lot
thing
of
to say
moments.
you wrestled in the
You're naming a
WWE.
lot of things they can't give them. It's one thing and one thing only. They can't give them a WrestleMania moment.
They can't. Yeah, they
And
can't give
that's
the WWE title or a
That's
WrestleMania
it.
moment.
Everything else is negotiable. WrestleMania,
Okay,
showcase of the immortal.
Since this is Let Me Book the Territory, before we get out of here, what would be the first title MJF wins? Stepping foot into the WWE. Juiced up
Intercontinental.
MJF.
White
with
strap
that.
Intercontinental on MJF.
Oh,
Burberry strap. What you mean?
Again, he probably changed it to the Burberry strap, but yeah.
Burberry
He holds that
strap
thing in the
Intercontinental?
same
I'm with
vein
it.
$1 Million Man held it. Ooh.
I'm with that. Retro
Really?
version of the Intercontinental title with a Burberry strap. That's going to be MJF's first title.
see, I think they were hot shot.
World heavyweight
straight for
Sheena? You
Seth.
think they hot shot Sheena on him?
Yep. Shayna be like,
I wouldn't be mad at
who
that.
this nigga? Like, I see it like, shit. And then he's on TV.
Well, depending on how
Talking
soon are you
his shit.
talking now? Because now you're talking about Seth losing and who's going to beat Seth.
CM Punk
And-
beat Seth.
Mhm.
Let's be real here.
And then MJF does some dirty shit, takes
Yeah,
it off
because
his
Get off of Punk.
To
And
me, I
then
think it's
does that
obvious
make
that Seth's
Punk
losing
go
that
after
That's
belt.
the feud that they
WWE
never had.
championship at that point?
What?
Does that make Punk go after the actual WWE championship with Cody?
No, he chases
Or-
MJF again.
Probably. I think Seth then ends up going to go Cody, and then they have that match,
Seth
and then
finally
Seth
gets over.
wins. Finally gets the win off of Cody that he never got, because he lost to Cody about 4 times straight.
Oh, a lot.
Specifically with that one time where he only had one titty. That cannot be understated. While wearing his dad's polka dots, baby. Crazy.
Locked in Hell in a
Yeah,
Cell.
Crazy.
the polka dots in the mesh too. That was so
You lost to the
fucked up.
one
Yes.
titty man in a cage match while taunting him.
All right. While wearing his daddy's gear.
You got to go get that back.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
got
get your get back.
Yeah, you got to take that one back
Circle
in
the
blood.
block, homie. Circle the block.
Yeah, that's got to be a first blood match. I don't know if they do those anymore, but fuck it.
Not
I
intentionally.
don't feel comfortable with it being a strap match.
I'm not
I
comfortable
don't
with any
like it.
strap matches. Pause.
At all.
All right.
Yeah.
Where's Nick Aldis? Feels like slavery in here. Thanks, Nick Aldis.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, y'all. I know it was my ancestors' fault, but you don't have to boo me. I get it.
It was 300 years ago.
Like 42 lashes. Good Lord, that's a lot of work. How about 2 lashes?
42
cold
lashes. Doesn't that remind you of when the Judgment Day stomped out R-Truth? Too far? You're right. Too far.
Stand-up comedy Nick Aldis is the best thing I've ever imagined in my
Graps
brain.
Comedy Jam
I'm
with Nick
sorry.
Aldis on the stage is the best shit ever. And the stylings of Chris Tucker.
Crowd just going crazy. I'm saying, man.
Hearing Nick Aldis say, hey, you niggas know.
Right?
Would be so
No, play that
hilarious.
shit one more time.
Oh shit.
Roll up like Nick. Oh,
He got to be wearing a BA beanie while he's doing it the whole time too.
oh my god.
Oh,
It's them fucking long joints.
Nick Aldis comes out after WrestleMania after the title match. I'm gonna put that shit on.
This is. I got nothing. Thank you, Nick Aldis. You're on today's Summer Jam
man.
screen. It's the best. It's the only way I want to see you wrestle in a 5X suit like Lavelle Crawford. Other than that,
5X suit with 8 pounds of gold, baby.
I must say, I'm really excited that they're keeping this shit going with R-Truth and the Judgment Day. I feel like they're really just gonna let him in very soon, but the confusion is just fun. It
When
makes me so
JD
happy.
Donna asked for his cut of the money, R-Truth was like, "You're not in the group." I lost it.
It's only for
I lost
members. I was like, oh my god. That R-Truth needs to win a Royal Rumble. Fuck it,
I
I'm
like
changing
it.
my
I like it.
pick.
I told you he was in. I
He
told you
comes
he's in the
in.
final 3 for 2025, bro. Zach Gowen, R-Truth,
You
and
won't
Eugene.
believe yourself the only way.
That has to R-Truth winning a Rumble and the other side hitting for his music. It has to be. Like, did y'all notice the graphic for when the Judgment Day came out? They had R-Truth in the 3D graphic that said "Live, Love, Laugh." Like, it was the funniest shit ever. Like, you gotta find the graphic, bro. It was the funniest shit. Like, I wish I could put it on. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my god!
R-Truth is a national treasure. Must be protected at all
national
costs.
fucking treasure. Between R-Truth, Nick Aldis, and Akira Tozawa, I can never get bored with wrestling.
This was actually on Raw.
I don't know how
this was actually on Raw.
I'm so used to the graphic, I didn't pay attention to it.
It was so funny when I saw it. I died, bro.
Speaking of perfect timing, ladies and gentlemen, currently we are looking at a graphic of R-Truth's face smashed into the Judgment Day with "Live, Laugh, Love" for the Titantron. You can see this and our faces and plethora of things as we talk about the Graps when you sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/letmebookpod or something like that. We'll put it in the notes. But yes, sign up to our Patreon for full video of each episode coming to you extremely soon. So you can see Dub's face as constipated as it'll be. You'll see how high the Graps man can be, and you'll see me, 2 Chain E. It's a bargain, man. It's a bargain. Prices will be available. BA will be here too, but he'll probably just call you broke, so you might as well just sign up anyway. But
sign up to prove to BA that
said,
you're not as broke as he thinks you are.
Yeah, like, oh, you think I'm broke? Well, nigga, I can pay to see you every week.
That's
like,
gonna be a Patreon tier. It's gonna be a rack, and it's gonna be proof to BA you're not broke.
Right?
You get to chill with BA for a day and be on the pod for a rack.
BA sitting in a fucking wicker chair looking like Shao Kahn.
Prove to BA you're not broke.
Right? Prove to me you're not broke.
Waving some money.
No, he's sitting on the Iron Throne, just surrounded by money in the bank briefcases.
Oh god.
Oh shit. And it just be fucking the wise man and Dub tied up like Sonya and Kano in the back. Oh no! Trying to move like a stage fatality. Prove to me you're not broke.
And he's just holding a skull with dreads on it. Earache hat.
Fucking blood diamonds.
It's just my hair. Why does my skull still have hair? None of this makes sense, guys. It's okay.
Oh,
but
God.
You can now sign up for Patreon, and we will be providing full video episodes for all the shenanigans. You want to see me almost die talking about Nick Aldis stand-up and Def Comedy Graps? There you go. You want to see our beautiful titles hanging up? You just want to watch us talk the shit instead of listen to it, which I do as well. Sign up to that Patreon. But with that said, Dub, got anything else for people?
Ladies and gentlemen, with all due apologies to Maggie Gyllenhaal at all times, if you guys are looking for me, it's ADUB1220 on all the socials. Hit the follow button. I promise I will fuck up your algorithm with filth and wrestling. Not necessarily in that order. Other than that, new episodes of Embrace the Turn Up every single Tuesday. Me and the homie John are back, talking all our cash shit, complaining about the new niggas music, talking about the Lions' playoff run, which is improbable as it is. It's continuing on.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Don't stop.
We won't stop believing. But other than that, guys, just too sweet me when you see me.
Senior Graps. Anything to tell the people?
Well, other than producing, you'll hear my work every Friday here on Let Me Book the Territory. Hopefully, once we get back on schedule with the newly revamped Nostalgia Show, You'll hear me every other Tuesday or Wednesday on the BA show, soon to be renamed. But other than that, unless Dub has a spot for me on Embrace the Turn Up, or E wants to talk about a family of dying wrestlers on Binge Flicks, I mean, I'm here, man.
That was more of it. Just talk about the family of Mert. Like, oh, yep. It's coming soon.
What about that one? Yeah, he died. What about that? Oh, yeah, he killed himself.
Him too. Yeah. Just so much carnage. Like, no, the Equalizer didn't do it. Denzel Washington is murdering a lot of people, but not them. Guys, you can catch me at E_RAY_ the bad guy on the Instagrams. Follow me if you want to. I don't really care. I may talk to you. I may not. Probably, because I'm very interactive. You can find me every Saturday on Inaudible Ruckus podcast with my guys, the Inaudible Bros, Smiles, Free, and Producer Low. And catch up on the 2 seasons thus far that we got in the can of Binge Flicks and Chill, your perspective shaping show about television and movies. Believe me, if you can get onto the same perspective I am, we will be friends. Other than that, go buy a shirt, go check out some merch, letmebookpod.com/shop. We have stickers, we got hoodies coming, we got t-shirts, we got OnlyFans Only Slam shirts. You do OnlyFans on your own time and then had it reoccur. And that's another thing. You want to go look at some titties and some chicks playing with themselves all the damn time? Be my guest. But you can take that money, or at least like a fourth of it, because niggas who buy OnlyFans is disgusting. Y'all be paying a lot of money for it. You go ahead and just pay us a small smidgen of a coin, and you can watch us live, and you're going to get so much more. Get an extra podcast that's going to be AEW focused. You're going to get some watch-along content, as well as full videos of the main pod. And that's going to be, again, Patreon for Let Me Book the Territory. But guys, other than that, we appreciate you as always. Shout out to Mumbai Hive, shout out to Italy, shout out to Louisiana, the Nolans. Take care of you. Bounce beat, shake that ass to Celine Dion. Them niggas don't care. Otherwise, guys, this has been another episode of Let Me Book the Territory, and we are out of here.
He's a sorry fat piece of shit.
Yeah.